Home Run with Blessing.
Soundcity Radio 96.3 ABJ. I have a guest in the studio, someone who I'm a huge fan of. Oh my days. Y'all know how much I play this lady's song right here. Hi, Tolani.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm really excited that you're here.
So you can't be more excited than me to be here.
Of course I have to ask. This is your first time in ABJ?
No.
You've been here severally.
This is my first official radio tour.
Oh,
eight stations.
Angie came to us.
I did.
Thank you. That's so cool. Okay, first off, we have tradition. You have to, say hi to the people of ABJ. Introduce yourself properly if you want to.
Okay. Hi, people of ABJ. My name is Tolani. I'm a singer, songwriter, and artist, and I'm happy to be here with you guys. It's really nice to meet people who from time.
From the jump,
yeah, who are like, well done, keep doing you.
Absolutely.
Those things mean so much.
Absolutely.
So
You're welcome. Thank you so much for doing what you do. Like I said, you're a breath of fresh air. We really love your sound over here at Soundcity.
Thank you so much.
Also, I have to give you props. You make amazing visuals as well for your music videos.
God, thank you so much.
Absolutely. They're amazing.
It gets, sometimes it's just like, it's hard work. Sometimes you wonder if anyone's noticing that you're trying really hard to do something different. And
yeah.
Visuals are particularly tough because, they cost.
True.
And sometimes they just don't get enough views and you're just like, oh my God, was this worth it? But someone's always watching, right?
Yes, there are those of us who are definitely watching and we appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for doing what you do.
Which one's your favorite visual? So
I have to be honest.
I
have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really like Maybe Baby.
Right.
But there's just something about this song and the visuals of Liar that I just love so much. I like also how you're just so bad A in it. Obviously, I can't swear.
Bad A. Oh, but that's my new thing.
Yeah.
Bad A. Yeah, no. It was a chance to be a bit of a bad A, as you put it.
I really did. Okay, so where exactly are you based? Because when I did some research on you, some people or some write-ups were saying you're based in London, some were saying Lagos. So where exactly do we say?
I mean, the reason it's so confusing is because truly it probably is about 50-50.
Okay.
It is. I spend my time equally between London and Nigeria and Lagos. So it's usually, I'm in Lagos, like now I've released a new song. And even when I'm making music, if I'm working with a Nigerian producer, I try to be here. Mm-hmm. If I'm for Bamilo, we shot the visuals here. So it really is 50-50. Yeah, every time I make music, even if I make it here, I'm very particular about my vocals and how they are portrayed.
Yeah.
And for now, there's still only a handful of people that get that sound.
Okay.
And they're in London. So I usually go there to finish off a song. And also Nigeria people don't realize Nigeria is really expensive. Budget-wise, your budget can stretch further in England. People don't think about that. Yeah, so for example, equipment. Okay. Equipment that you use to make videos. In London, they're everywhere. There's various reasons, but I'm between here and there mostly.
All right, let's talk about Bamila real quick because that's like the one where most people got introduced to you at first.
My breakout song.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was like, yes, actually.
Yeah. So how did that song come to being and how did you know you wanted Ricardo on that song with you?
So the song, I've told the story a few times, the song literally took 6 hours to make.
Wow.
Yes, it was kind of like a high pressure situation where I hadn't released anything since Tenderoni and it came to the end, it was getting to the end of the year, like this November, December, and I was telling my manager, I said, I really need to put out music this year. I'm starting to feel like not an artist because my last song was so long ago.
Okay.
I'm desperate. I didn't want to wait. Liar was actually already ready.
Okay.
But there were some things holding us back and I didn't want to wait. So I was like, can we do a song real quick?
At least to get things moving.
Yeah. So as the afternoon carried on, we were like, this would sound really great with a male because of the temperature of the song.
Also the dynamic.
Exactly.
It was really sweet.
It's nice to, because we wrote it and it's like, okay, it's not only girls that always feel this Bamilo. Guys also can have someone that they are crushing on, but they're too scared to tell them. So let's get a male perspective. Yeah. And so my manager asked, who do you like? Who do you want on it? And I've been a fan of Ricardo for time.
He's dope.
Isn't he so dope? I love his music. I love his writing, and I love the texture of his voice. So I was like, that would go. I straight away was like, that would fit this. But I didn't think we would get him. I thought it was just, why don't we just try again, because we were under such high pressure time wise. So she goes out, she leaves the studio, goes out, makes a call, comes back inside, and she's like, yeah, they'll play it to Ricardo and I'll update you. So that evening, go to bed, wake up in the morning, and I have a text from her. We have Ricardo who's coming to the studio today. I was like, wait, what? So that was amazing. He heard it, loved it, came to the studio that day. 2 weeks later, we did the video, and yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. Okay, obviously, I have to ask you, because, you know, when y'all were doing the teasers for that, there were like so many people speculating.
The rumor mill was crazy.
Even the memes, like everyone was like, hey, Ricardo memes? Oh my days, you didn't know? Everyone on Twitter was wild because they were like, how did they hide this from us? They finally come out to the open. How did you feel about that?
I feel like, first of all, I'm flabbergasted that people can go from 0 to 100. Literally, that's what happened. So what happened was that a still from the video set came out. Oh. And it was that still that people were like, are they dating?
No,
because the song happened so quickly. Nobody had said anything about the song. I hadn't, Ricardo hadn't. So obviously people were like, what's this picture from?
It makes sense now because I only heard about it after the song came out. So I'm like, what's the hype about?
So you would think that when the song comes out, people are like, oh,
this is why.
But people still want the juicy. They want to hold on to that.
Yeah.
To the juicy rumors. But no, it's still from the set of the video.
Okay.
The town on fire.
I also like the way I feel anyway. Yeah. I can't just assume, but I feel like you make a conscious effort to sound more Nigerian on your tracks, especially maybe Baby on that track.
But you, like, you're the first person to say that, and it's true. The people are like, oh, it's R&B, but I'm not singing like this. Yeah, you know, I'm singing how I speak.
Yeah.
For lack of a better man, my American accent is terrible. But I'm singing as I speak. So I do make the conscious effort for the Afro element to be myself. Yeah. I am the Afro singer. So when, I won't say if, when I blow and the rest of the world pays attention, I want them to say, oh yeah, that singer from Nigeria. I don't want them to not know me and be able to differentiate me from Ella May. I want them to be, oh, she's from African origin. Yeah. And it's important that I keep that element of who I am.
Okay, so Liar. Was that inspired by a very horrible liar in your life once upon a time? You know, I had to ask that.
Oh my God, it was.
Oh, okay.
Actually, and it was an experience that we've all been through. It was a lie of omission. You know one of those ones where it's like, so you didn't technically tell a lie, but you did a lie. Yeah. You're a liar. Do you know what I mean? So,
all right. Well, can I quickly ask who your influences are?
Of course. And when I say influences, I don't necessarily mean in genres or in personality. I just mean, you know, those artists that you're like, you were so obsessed with growing up that this is why I want to be a singer, because I want to be not her, but she inspires me
to want to do this.
Yeah. So huge fan of Sade.
Oh, love her.
Yeah, love Sade. In fact, people after Maybe Baby, I don't see it yet, but people are like, the Nigerian Sade. I almost cried. I see it now. It made my entire life with that one comment. So that's nice to hear because she's a huge inspiration for me.
I see it now. No, I can't see it.
You can't. Well, hey, I ain't complaining. Sade, I grew up listening to a lot of Fela, courtesy of my dad.
Okay.
Who there was always music in the house. Teenage years, I grew up listening to a lot of Aerosmith. Soft rock.
Yeah.
Because even though it's rock, it was like ballady rock. You know, very feeling led. Who else do I love? Two-Face and Asha. They make me want to do this and do it well.
So how do you deal with people who are talent deaf? When I say talent deaf, you know,
wow, that
people who are gonna
dropping gems this show. I was like,
people who are gonna look past the fact that you are clearly talented and just focus on the fact that you come from a certain family. You know, there are people who are always gonna focus on things that actually don't matter to what you're doing. Right, how do you deal with people like that?
I mean, at the risk of sounding like a bad A, as you said earlier, I just think that those people aren't my problem.
Absolutely.
Those are not the people that I'm singing to. If you are not feeling the music and you can't connect and you can't see beyond that to what I'm hoping, because you make music because you want people to connect with it. You know, Liar, I want people who've been lied to be like, she gets
it.
Right. You know, she gets it. Maybe Baby, I want people who understand the experience of having a conversation with someone and being like, wow, this person could be my maybe, and that's so exciting. So I make music to connect with people, and if they don't connect, it's not everybody you're going to connect with, right? So true. I don't really, if you don't see it, I'm sure I'm guilty of it. I'm sure there's some people out there that I don't rate, but that other people think, what? So you can't get everybody, is what I'll say.
But it just irks me a little bit, because I'm like, sometimes just forget about everything else and focus on what matters, which is the music. Because there's like, okay, I'm confessing now, but there's a particular artist that I absolutely do not like.
Oh God.
Because of his like personality. I feel like, a couple of people who have met him, I've met him, he hasn't been particularly the nicest person, but he makes amazing music. There's no day I don't play his music. When I come in here, I leave all that outside and I play his music. When I'm about to introduce him, I'm like, this is fire, because that's what matters,
That's true. So that's why people like you do jobs like this, because you can separate the two.
Absolutely.
Not everyone can do that. It'd be nice if music was a bit more like that as well. You can just look beyond everything else and just see the work.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about Maybe Baby, because that's the latest one and it's your latest baby.
It is.
So what inspired that song? How did it come to being? How long did you take to make it? All of that good stuff.
All the good stuff. I mean, I just said, obviously I was a bit ahead of myself, but it's inspired by the power of possibility, right? I talk about how when you're having a conversation with someone that's just in one moment, they're just your average Joe or Jane, and there's a split second or a moment in which you suddenly start to look at them differently and you think, ooh, something more to this person, and they could be something special. The producers are called Audio, two fantastic young guys out of Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people are like, oh, who produced it? Because they assume that it's internationally done. It was also touched by an international producer. They were called Marshall. But it was Audio Marshall and a songwriter called Ossie Grace, also co-wrote on the track.
I think I know her. She's got green hair, right?
Yeah.
I know her.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's cool.
Yeah, so that's the team behind the song. And in terms of how long it took, the song itself didn't take too long, but the finishing off of the song.
Yeah.
So that process I described earlier, finishing it and having to go and do my vocal production.
Yeah.
Marshall does my vocal production, and then the mixing took forever, because I had a very specific way I wanted it to sound. So I had to really go and get it done perfect.
Okay, cool. All right, so obviously now that you've released that, you've also released a really nice visual for that as well. Are we expecting a couple more songs before the EP drops, or it's gonna be straight to the EP?
It's hard to say for sure, because music is so
True.
tumultuous. So I can tell you
I
can tell you one thing and it can end up being another. But as I sit here now, the plan is to just ride and push Maybe Baby until first quarter of next year, when I hope to drop my EP. I couldn't say.
Yeah, it's pretty early on.
Yeah,
okay.
Say.
Cool. Well, speaking of collaborations, are there some artists out right now they're like, wow, this is amazing? We know the greats are already existing, but there's some upcoming talents that you've noticed.
Yeah, definitely. World just dropped an EP.
He's amazing, isn't he? Oh my days. And then we got to watch him live here the other day. He sounds just as good.
Yeah, he's fantastic. So I'm a fan of World. I'm a fan of CK. You said CK. That's why I was like, what?
And I saw on his page yesterday
he did a cover of Maybe Baby, which is fantastic.
So cool.
So I'm a fan of his. I think he's super talented. I'm a fan of Thames.
Oh yeah.
Another girl. I'm doing it for the girls. Fresh talent. I mean, I don't even know if he's fresh, but Rema, of course.
Oh, he's fresh.
Yeah, he's fresh, right? Oh, yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it, making us all really proud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so let me just ask, because I'm sure there are people who are wondering, was there ever, because it seems like your family is super supportive, was there ever a time where it was like, no, maybe do something more along our business? It was?
Yeah. I think that we forget sometimes that music as a career in Nigeria is only a recent acceptance compared to the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
It's only in the last, when people started to see that, WizKid can make money off music, so in the last 15 years that it became really a lucrative means. And so parents weren't always supportive because of that. Because not because there's anything wrong with music, but because they're like, can you live and have a family and sustain your life? So yes, I did. As the first child, I did get the initial no, you know what I mean, you're gonna do something else, because I don't know, do music. They never squashed my passion but they were like, you do it on the side. Do it on the side. And then if it takes off, great, but you must do something else as well. You must go to. So I also didn't want to go to university. I was like, I want to go to music college. Real dramatic. And my parents were like, no, you're gonna go to university. But after university, they were like, you can do. So I did 2 years at music college after university.
So what did you study at university?
Psychology.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
So so I think now they're super supportive, which is amazing.
Okay.
It also helped that both my parents are entrepreneurial. So it's kind of, even though it's business, the whole idea of starting something from nothing and trying to grow it is something they're familiar with. And they're familiar with the ups and downs of that. So I think that makes them even more extra equipped, to have so many creatives in the family.
Yeah. Actually, when you really think about it, you might have maybe softened them up for your sister a little bit, since you came first with the idea that you wanted to do music.
I got the hard no, and she got the softer no. But then my sister she's a boulder, so the no she wasn't having any of it. So,
speaking of which, will there ever be a collaboration between the two of you?
We hope so. We hope so. I think that
because your sounds are kind of different though.
Yes,
but
this is the thing, and that's why we haven't done it yet.
Okay.
We still haven't, we're both quite strong-headed about what we think is good music. You know what I mean? So we still haven't reached the place where we'll come together and do something we both agree on. But we do have loads of music already. Actually, from before our actual days, before we came out, we used to always work together for fun and also sometimes to record, and it's something we both love. So eventually, we'll come full circle.
Okay.
I'll give you guys something.
People will be very excited. I will, definitely. Okay, thank you, Tolani, for explaining all this to me and coming to ABJ. ABJ loves you.
I'm so
we
glad.
play your music
Thank
all
you
the
so
time.
Much. Every time I see it, I'm like, hey, ABJ on the way.
Yeah, you're so nice. You'll usually respond to the tweets.
It's because I'm really happy to see. It's amazing when your music travels. When you see it being played far away from home. So thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, well, before you go, we just want to play like a quick game with you.
Don't tell me it's word association. I'm really bad at those.
Funny enough, I just ended a series of that because I've been playing it, and then I was like, I'm ruining my career because I kept losing to every artist.
I'm really bad at that. I would lose.
I just might play you because you said you're really bad.
Oh, no.
But this one is actually one that, funny enough, you're the first female artist I've been interviewing.
Okay.
It's a lot of males in our industry. So I'm like so excited to actually play this game with you because I only get to play with guys.
Try not to disappoint the ladies.
Oh no, it's a very simple game.
Okay.
So basically, I don't know if you've ever heard about this show called Love Island.
Oh my god, yeah. What?
Your manager laughing
because we were obsessed with Love Island.
Oh, great.
Obsessed. I never watched it till the end because it's very long.
Yeah, it is very long.
So every season I start with all the vigor, and then 80% I'm just like, okay.
I didn't even get to watch this last one, but everyone was talking about it. I'm going to find it and watch it. Okay, so basically this is Tolani's Island now. And if you had to be stuck on an island with one person at the end of the day, who would it be? So I'm going to call out some very attractive men in the industry, home and abroad.
Damn.
It's basically just
multiple choice.
Yeah, your final pick. So I'm going to mention one person, then I'm going to mention another. You pick one, I mention one, then you pick between the two till we get to the final person.
Oh Lord.
Between Justin Timberlake and Falz the Bad Guy, if you had to pick one on an island forever.
Justin Timberlake.
Okay, you don't have to feel bad. Okay.
That was my crush when I was a teenager.
Okay.
So.
Justin
JT.
Okay, JT versus Ricardo Banks. JT versus YC.
Ooh. JT still.
Okay, JT versus Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Really? Okay, cool. Justin Bieber versus Michael B. Jordan.
I mean, I feel like this is so blasphemous because everybody loves Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
He's not my spec.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
Justin
that's
Bieber.
Okay, so the Biebs versus Lynx.
The Biebs.
Okay, the Biebs versus Chris Brown.
Oh, Chris Brown. I knew he did bad, but I've forgiven him. Chris Brown.
Okay, Chris Brown versus Malik Berry.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown versus Dwayne Wade The Rock Johnson.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown versus Brother Shaggy. Chris Brown versus Wizkid.
Ooh. Chris Brown.
Okay, Chris Brown versus Drake.
Ooh. Still Chris Brown for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris Brown versus...
I heard some that Drake has a few kinks, so I'm not into that.
Really?
Chris Brown.
Okay, Chris Brown versus Trey Songz.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown versus Miguel.
Oh, that's hard. That's really hard, but I think I'm going to sway and go Miguel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this next one, I don't even know if this person should be on this because the person's in love with your sister. But Miguel versus Speed Darlington.
Miguel.
That didn't look like a hard choice for you. Okay, so Miguel versus Travis Scott.
Miguel.
Miguel versus Gibby.
Miguel.
Miguel versus Peruzzi.
Miguel.
Miguel versus...
I don't know who's going to win. I know who's going to knock Miguel off the top spot.
We're the last one, actually.
Yeah.
So Miguel versus Iyanya.
Miguel.
Oh, so I guess Miguel wins then.
Miguel, are you listening? Come get... Oh, no, he's married.
Oh, I think so,
actually. But that's why I love Miguel.
Okay.
I like a loyal man.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Oh my days, Tolani, you are so fun to be with. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been fun, and we, like I said, we love you over here, and we appreciate your craft. Please continue to do what you do. You're amazing, and anytime you're here again, feel free to stop by. You're on the team. It's been our pleasure. Well, there you have it. That was Tolani, and of course, she's in the studio. We have a lot of her music to play, so make sure you stick around for that. Starting things off is Tolani with Maybe Baby.
Blame it on you or on this drink in my head. I'm in love with this club. Oh, I like the beat in my chest. I might break all the rules and then I'll blame it on you or on this beat in my chest.
Hey, so I can't play the full song on here, but you can check it out on YouTube and other streaming services. It's called Maybe Baby by Tolani.
We can blame it on the booze, on the buzz, on the club, or we can fall in love. And you can be my man.